So continue from our previous video. Last time we used the port type internal in the network namespace and OpenvSwitch port member of the OpenvSwitch bridge. We used this setup. So this time I'm going to use virtual Ethernet pair setup. Like we have a virtual Ethernet in the root namespace, default network namespace, as the port member of OVS bridge. So we have two network namespace here, and a virtual the peer device is set in the Linux network namespace. So we will try this diagram setup and to check the VXLAN connectivity to BIGIP. So okay, here I have two Ubuntu virtual machine already installed the OpenvSwitch. So again, use a simple bash script again to create an OpenvSwitch bridge, add a namespace, network namespace 1, and here we set up a virtual Ethernet pair. So use this IP link command to create a virtual Ethernet pair. This one is a link, a virtual Ethernet link in the root or default network namespace. This link I'm going to add it to the namespace 1 as shown here below. Set this link to namespace ns1, and so bring up the virtual Ethernet peer device link in the root namespace. So this is assigned IP in the namespace ns1. So and then add this link in the root namespace to OVS bridge. So yeah, that's basically this setup. And so I have two Ubuntu virtual machine. This Ubuntu virtual machine has the same script. So let's run this script here. And as you can see, so this is in the namespace 1. I give an IP. So notice this network interface. It's a virtual Ethernet peer added in the namespace 1 with IP 10.0.0.10. And this is the OpenvSwitch bridge setup. We have VLAN as usual, a VXLAN, and notice this port interface NS1. Notice there is no internal type internal, so it's not an internal port. So not like this port, this bridge port is type internal. And so this is a link list on in the root namespace. And so notice here, this is a virtual Ethernet pair that correlated to this. So they are virtual Ethernet pair, right? So we also have a VXLAN interface here. So that's about it. And on the Ubuntu Virtual Machine 2, we run the same script, and so same thing, except in the namespace one I use the IP 10.0.0.11. Okay, so set up properly now. So we go to BIGIP. So I will keep the OpenShift VXLAN tunnel there. I'm going to show you something that is interesting. So here, as you can see, I added a net FDB entry for the two Ubuntu Virtual Machine OpenvSwitch node. And I want you to pay attention here. The MAC address start with 0A, 0A. Both start with 0A, 0A. The MAC FTP record. I'll show you why I added this 0A here. So in the BIGIP controller GitHub, let's go to github.com F5 networks. F5 networks. BIGIP controller. And let's go to the code package VXLAN. VXLAN manager go. So here is how the BIGIP controller add a FTP record to the BIGIP. Notice here, this line here, especially the comment. Initially set the name to fake MAC for OpenShift use. For Finino, this will be overwritten with real MAC. So for OpenShift, we will use a fake MAC. So now you know the difference between Kubernetes and OpenShift integration with BIGIP is the controller will add a static VTEP MAC as a FTP record for the pod, but for OpenShift, the BIGIP get the ARP resolution, pod ARP record through dynamic ARP request ARP reply mechanism. So the FTP record is actually a fake one. So what is the fake MAC? Let's go to the definition here. So what the fake MAC is? So notice here, it's take a IP address as input, as a string input, then split the IP address with dot, and then notice here, return this 0A, 0A. So the first two MAC value is 0, always start with 0A, 0A, and then the rest is converted by the IP address. So that's the reason. So when you check the OpenShift FTP record for OpenShift node on the BIGIP, you will always see a FTP record started with 0A, 0A. So this is actually not a real MAC address. It's a fake MAC address in the FTP record for OpenShift node. So this is one thing you needed to be aware. So you are wondering why we needed this fake MAC address, FTP MAC address. Does it matter or does not matter? So here is the reason we will test, and we will do a test and see if this fake MAC record matters or not in BIGIP. So I will remove this record, this fake record. I will note the configuration. Let's see if we still have the fake record. So there is no FTP record started with 0808. This is a real MAC address, and this is so we better I want to reboot the BIGIP to make sure there's no any FTP record to just show you how the VXLAN network collectivity works. I'll reboot the BIGIP. We will log in later. So I could tell you while the boot box BIGIP is rebooting, I could tell you like actually this fake MAC address does matter in BIGIP. You have to have this record in BIGIP FTP entry, so you can pin the OpenShift or in my case the IP address in the namespace Linux namespace NS1, or in OpenShift I would assume the pod IP. So the fake address actually does matter here. I don't know what's the reason behind this in BIGIP, but I think this is something good to know. While if you have a problem, VXLAN problem, collectivity problem with BIGIP, just to be aware. So let's see if this address is BIGIP up. Yeah, it's not up yet. Yeah, again, this is a very good introduction for OpenvSwitch, and it's explain you know how a basic bridge works, and then how a Linux bridge works, and yeah. So it's good reading. It has this deep dive has 6 series. Yeah. So it's good to read. Okay. Let's see. It's still rebooting the BIGIP. Okay. So I reboot it, and let's show FTP. See, there's no FTP entry here, and show net, no up here. So I have my tunnel set up. This is my OpenShift tunnel. My self IP on the tunnel is 10.0.0.12. So now if I ping, let's run a TCP down, you know, to just show on the tunnel, to just show you if there's a packet going on here. So we run TCP down the OpenShift VXLAN tunnel. So we have no FTP record for the Ubuntu virtual machine node. Let's ping the pod. So this is a IP address in namespace 1 in the second Ubuntu virtual machine. So let's see if we see anything. You noticed there is no up reply. There is no SMP reply because there is no up resolution packet, and we run TCP down on OpenShift VXLAN interface. There's no any packet, nothing going on here. So there's no packet, no ARP packet, no SMP packet. So it's just quiet. So that's the result of no FTP record. So now if we add the fake, this fake MAC FTP record to the BIGIP for each Ubuntu virtual machine node, then let's see what happens. Okay, let's add this record to bigipbase.conf. Let's load the config. Okay, so let's check the record. So now we have two fake FTP record for each node, for each virtual Ubuntu virtual machine. And so now let's ping. Let's run a TCP down. Okay, and port 4789. So port 4789 is for the VXLAN port, and if we capture this, we should capture everything, including the packet through the OpenShift VXLAN tunnel and the VLAN, BIGIP VLAN. So let's ping the IP in the Ubuntu virtual machine namespace 1. See, it works, right? So there is 2 ARP requests to ask for who has this MAC record for this IP. So there is a 1 ARP reply, right? and then the ICMP works, right? Let's read the packet capture here. So the ARP reply, right? Two ARP requests to each node. Did you notice? Yes. And the first frame is a VXLAN encapsulated packet to the virtual Ubuntu virtual machine node with this IP address 125.126. So it will broadcast the ARP request to each node, but only the node who has this namespace IP will reply the ARP, right? So this VXLAN encapsulated packet is from 126, right? That's my second virtual Ubuntu machine who has this IP, who has this namespace, this IP in namespace 1. And then it works, right? So this is my second Ubuntu virtual machine, and then in namespace 1 it has this 10.0.0.1 and the MAC address 01F3. The ARP request or ARP reply 01F3 from the Ubuntu. Yeah, so you noticed, right? Once I added the fake, these two fake FTP record, then the traffic start to flow and packet works in VXLAN network. So this is one of the observation I noticed, and it will be good for troubleshooting. I don't know what's the technical reason behind this in BIGIP VXLAN implementation, but just I think it's good to know when troubleshooting VXLAN issue with OpenvSwitch and BIGIP. By the way, this is this is for the pod IP MAC, and yeah, that's all for today. Thank you.